ears are very important to us. Please hold on, and our program will begin shortly. The Soundcheck podcast is coming up. Please continue to hold. Keep up with the Soundcheck podcast and everything that's happening in the New Sounds empire. Just go to newsounds.org and follow us on social media. All of the icons are in the top right corner of the page. All of our other musicians are currently playing for other customers. Please stay with us, and someone will play for you in just a moment. From newsounds.org and the studios of WNYC in New York, this is the Soundcheck Podcast, our series of live in-studio performances, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm John Schaefer. Last year, we had a visit from the British indie rock trio, the Wombats. They did a stripped-down set of some of their super catchy songs. Now their frontman, Matthew Murphy, known to all and sundry as Murph, has a solo project. It's called Love, Fame, Tragedy. He's still writing ridiculously catchy tunes, but there's nothing stripped down about the band that he's brought into our studio today. Take a listen. Here's a song called My Cheating Heart.
Up on a hill, there's a golden gate on a gold lake that Francisco. Before you met my cheating heart, cheating heart, cheating heart. Before you met my cheating heart.
That is My Cheating Heart, a song from Love, Fame, Tragedy. It's the solo project of Matthew Murphy, Murph, from the Wombats. It's good to have you back.
Thank you for having us.
From your EP, a set of 4 songs that, I mean, that one in particular is just one of those earworms, you know, the chorus just burrows into your head and stays there for days.
Thank you.
Have you had that experience ever with your own songs? I mean, everyone has it with things they hear on the radio. Have you?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, I hate it. Yeah, it's awful. Especially when it's my own voice. You start feeling like a bit of a kind of egotistical psychopath.
Do you know when you've written one of those?
I remember after writing that song, I listened to it like 25 times and sent my manager like the MP3 with kind of like a open-eyed emoji. Like I knew I was very excited about that, and luckily there's been a few of those that have come along for this kind of project and this album. Usually, you only get. I mean, I find I only get 2 per album, but maybe with this there's like 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's more than the 4 songs that are on the EP.
Yeah, there's 33 of the little buggers.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now you've been writing these while the process of being in the Wombats has been going on.
Yes, and some of the next song was potentially kind of going to be on the last Wombats album, and that's kind of why this project started. Was I was like, well, I've got a few songs left over here, so let's like slap them up on DSPs and call myself, you know, Murph the dog or whatever, just so that hardcore fans could hear them. But then songs like My Cheating Heart came along, and then it was like, oh, okay, maybe this is something different.
Yeah, a little more serious than just like throwing a one-off up online.
Yeah.
And so why Love, Fame, Tragedy rather than Murph the dog?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? I had numerous names for the project, but they were all kind of involving fluffy animals again, and I was like, you know, and someone pointed out to me, maybe let's not do that. And then I ended up seeing a Picasso exhibition in the Tate, and kind of loved it. It was really kind of twisted and dark, and he was kind of painting his he'd like bought a country house way outside of Paris, and he was just painting his mistress while his wife was back in Paris.
Right.
And something I guess attracted me within that, and I just totally ripped off the name from that exhibition.
That was at the Tate Modern, right?
Tate Modern, yeah.
Yeah, in London.
In London, yeah.
Yeah. So Love, Fame, Tragedy becomes the name of the project, and on the record you've got like people from Alt J and the Pixies, and you know, lots of friends coming and going. I guess that was part of the appeal, right? Was to be able to just make a phone call and have Joey Santiago come and play guitar.
Yeah, I guess I wanted to make it more than just me going out and doing a solo record, because I don't particularly like it when lead singers from bands do that anyway, unless like I think Brandon Flowers kind of got away with it. So I wanted to make it something completely different and more exciting than kind of, I don't know, just me. Yeah. Maybe I have terrible self-image, but I kind of wanted to just enlist all the talented people I've met along the way, and it's also really helpful for interviews, so I can talk about them rather than myself.
Well, let me give credit to the gang that's here today.
Yeah.
Boaz Roberts on guitar and keyboards, backing vocals. Haley Batt on bass and keyboards and backing vocals, and Stephanie Barker behind our drum kit. And
they're awesome. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
You guys sound great. So you're touring around with this EP, which is called I Don't Want to Play the Victim, but I'm Really Good at It, which sounds kind of like a Wombats title, I have to say. I mean, it's just like the guide to love, loss, and depression. It's
desperation. Yeah.
It's a lengthy title for such a short EP.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm attracted to that. I mean, it's still my my brain and my thoughts that are going behind it. So obviously there's going to be kind of comparisons to the Wombats and stuff, but hopefully what we're doing with this is enough to stand it apart and kind of exist on its own little shelf.
Well, I mean, there are certain things, like there's lots of female vocals.
Yes.
In harmony with you on these songs.
Yeah.
That's certainly a different sound.
Yeah, that's something that I kind of have always loved and kind of wanted to do probably more in my other band. But, sometimes when you've been in a project with people for 16 years, like, you can't just do things like that. You have to, like, there's got to be a fucking moody email being sent. And sorry, I don't know if I should swear or not. But it's rather than sitting down and emails and everything, it's just like, let's go.
Right. I wouldn't worry about the swearing, given what's still to come.
That's true.
The set list here.
That's true. Yeah.
But the next song, "Brand New Brain," is one of the 4 on the EP. How did you? Are these the 4 that were just like ready to go right now, and the rest are gonna come as?
It was
you
more.
See fit?
Yeah, I think My Cheating Heart, Backflip, and Brand New Brain were the first 3 that were recorded and all kind of sound cohesive and fit into each other. And then the last song, Pills, is maybe more reminiscent. Is more coffee. Is more more representative of the kind of some of the songs to follow. It seems like with this project, I've kind of gone further left than I ever could, and I'm also gone further right as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manic and depressive.
That's the one.
All right, let's hear this song called "Brand New Brain." Love, Fame, Tragedy is Murph's current project. This band playing tonight here in town at Mercury Lounge, playing for us live in our new sound studio on this edition of the Soundcheck Podcast.
Did I push it to the limit? Did I go too hard? Did I throw a rock at your car? It's always fun when you're lost in it, trying to hold on to a fish in the eye of a storm. I woke up in the whip I drove, thinking that you'd call. I really thought that you'd call me. Shaky face and fully clothed. Can we restart? I'd really like to restart. Baby, I'm trying, but manners and decency never came easily. Lately, I've been lying to my eyes and ears and lips and feet, to all my anxieties. We'll figure out a way to buy a brand new brain for me. Oh, baby, I'm trying now. I'm trying. It's awkward in the living room. Got your makeup on, you never used to wear makeup. There's little or nothing I can do. Are we so far gone, we're becoming a breakup song? I woke up in the whip I drove, thinking that you'd call. I really thought that you'd call me. Shaky face and fully clothed. Can we restart? I'd really like to restart. Baby, I'm trying, but manners and decency never came easily. Lately, I've been lying to my eyes and ears and lips and feet, to all my anxieties. We'll figure out a way to buy a brand new brain for me. Oh, baby, I'm trying now. I'm trying.
Brand New Brain is the song. Love, Fame, Tragedy is the solo project of Murph, who's here with us with the band in our studio ahead of their concert tonight at the Mercury Lounge. So, Murph, you were saying that Backflip, My Cheating Heart, and this song, they were kind of like the first part of the set?
Yeah, I think they were the first three to be recorded and the ones that kind of felt the most cohesive, I suppose.
And so, as you sort of continued with this process, did you find yourself, going down an unexpected route? Did the next phase of the songwriting process?
Ooh, hello. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I didn't really kind of overthink it. It's kind of exciting because it's essentially a debut album. Again, there's nothing to be compared to before it, so it's just a blank canvas. And I wasn't like, oh, I shouldn't do that. I was just kind of, let's just do it all and see what happens. Yeah.
It's funny. You were saying before how you were not a big fan of lead singers leaving a band and going out and doing their own thing, and it just occurs to me there was another band out of Liverpool that all the singers went and did their own thing.
Yeah, they did a pretty decent job of it, actually.
They did okay. Now, have you worked with Paul McCartney?
I've never worked with him, but I've met him a few times. And when I was like this ridiculous art school I went to, kind of that he helped like fund and endow and everything.
Yeah.
So it used to be his old school, and it was about to get bulldozed down in Liverpool. And then he was like, "Well, hang on," poured a load of money into it, and yeah, so I was kind of studying songwriting, I guess, as much as you can study it's such a dark art anyway. But I had like 2 one-on-one kind of 90-minute classes with him where we just kind of like talked, and
wow,
yeah, it was really cool.
And
then I met him a couple of times since, and then he said in like the papers that he wanted to produce like a Wombats album at some point. That never happened, but I'm going to try and rope him into this somehow. Yeah.
I wonder, I guess people teach all the creative arts, fiction writing and stuff like. But there is a kind of a mystery. There's something ineffable that's, I would think, is almost impossible to teach.
Yeah, there's something that you just have to kind of admit to yourself that you're not actually in control of it. You kind of think you are, but all these songs that come are kind of more in control of you, and you're just a passive kind of onlooker into them. You just like lock yourself in a room and they'll come find you if they want to.
Now, I'm going to throw back at you something you said on our show last year. You said, quirky, weird lyrics is probably a trait of many Northerners in the UK. And I would not disagree with that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't remember saying that, but yeah.
I checked the tape.
Okay.
But you've been living in California. So do you, if you're not in control, then, it would seem that you're open to a change of environment even more than, if you were like a bricklayer or a plumber.
Yeah, I still managed to hang around with a few Northerners out there just to keep it kind of ticking along. But
so you have your own personal kind of rainy gray sky that follows you around in sunny California.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's the thing, I guess. Sometimes my wife calls me like the rain cloud or whatever. I think I'm pretty much stuck in my own ways when it comes to being kind of a Northerner. I think I can be transplanted anywhere in the universe, and I'm still gonna, want a pint of Guinness and to kind of really self-deprecate.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
But you don't. Do you speak Scouse?
No. Well, my parents kind of loathed the Scouse accent, so made sure that I never really had one when I grew up. So I kind of have like a Ringo kind of lilt. It's more like a Southern Liverpool accent more than like a Northern one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned before that once we get to the song Pills, there's kind of like a change in attitude or sound or direction in the songwriting, right?
Well, it's definitely it's the fourth one on the EP, and it's definitely poppier than the other three.
Yeah. It's also not the first time you've talked about pills in your song, right?
No, I like that. They're a pretty big part of my life.
Yeah. Has your relationship with medication changed since the days of Anti-D, the song you did with the Wombats?
Yeah, well, that was kind of about stopping taking all of that stuff and kind of coming to terms with the outside world, maybe. And then I guess at some point along the way, I realized that I hadn't come to terms with it, went back down that road. And it's just kind of a constant jumping in and out kind of thing for me.
Yeah. And the narrator of this song, you know, whether we're supposed to take this as you being autobiographical or just it's a song, has a very ambivalent relationship, obviously.
Yeah, I think kind of self-medicating and medication and drugs are really good kind of metaphors for kind of relationships with other people and relationships with the outside world.
Yeah. Well, let's hear the song. It's called Pills, and once again, Love, Fame, Tragedy, Murph's solo project, with the live band here in our studio.
I do this every time, start to believe the hype. The moment the clouds come in, I shouldn't have let you in. It comes to woe is me, the part I forget to breathe. In the surrounding air, I'd rather black out than care. There's an echo in the space my heart should be. A dirty little place where nothing's free.
What am I gonna do with me?
The pills don't work anymore, not like they used to, not like they used to. I still take 'em, I don't know what for. I've never fucked up like this before. The pills don't work anymore, not like they used to. I do this every time. Jenny was a friend of mine, but everything always chokes. I shouldn't make friends with hope. Here comes the hostility, kicking fizzy drink machines, E-numbers everywhere. I'd rather crash than care. There's an echo in this space my heart should be. A dirty little place where nothing's free.
What am I gonna do with me?
The pills don't work anymore, not like they used to, not like they used to. I still take 'em, I don't know what for. I've never fucked up like this before. The pills don't work anymore, not like they used to. Why don't you love me the way that I love you? Why don't you love me the way that I love you? Why don't you love me the way that I love you? Why don't you love me the way that I love you? The pills don't work anymore, not like they used to, not like they used to. I still take 'em, I don't know what for. I've never fucked up like this before. The pills don't work anymore, not like they used to.
Well, there's a song you won't be hearing on the radio anytime soon. From Love, Fame, Tragedy, it's called Pills. You know, Murph, there was a time where a songwriter would maybe have second thoughts about a chorus like that.
Well, don't worry. There's alternative versions. There's messed up. There's reversed. It's all gone. It's all good. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So as you guys tour around as Love, Fame, Tragedy, in addition to the 4 songs that are on the EP, are you like rolling out some of the other 30-odd songs?
Yes, the set list is 10 songs, and I think we've recorded 12 so far, and it's just going to be a slow kind of release one a month kind of thing until we then turn it all into an album, release some more, and that'll be the first album, I guess.
And videos as well, because it's so
yeah, doing a video for every song. It's all getting very pricey.
Are you like the creative director of those videos? The video for My Cheating Heart is wonderful, by the way.
Well, the great thing about Love, Fame, Tragedy at the moment is it's just I have we have one kind of creative director in Los Angeles, this legend called Tyler, and so everything is just kind of me and him bouncing ideas off each other, and it's really cool because I feel like there's going to be a very solid thread throughout the whole project, rather than different directors, different artwork, everything kind of being a bit jumbled. It's all going to be one cohesive yellow brick road.
All right, now that all sounds wonderful, but for Wombats fans, the burning question is, what does this mean for the other band?
Well, we got 5 new songs for the next album, and Dan and Todd are coming to LA in November to work on stuff, and yeah, that band's not going anywhere. It's just, you know, I felt like maybe might as well try something else at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Murph, congratulations. It's a terrific start with this EP. I don't
so
want to play
much.
the victim, but I'm really good at it is the name of it. The band is playing tonight at Mercury Lounge. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
This is Soundcheck.